Hello, ladies, gentlemen. Episode 2, Football Chronicles. We're back again, and this weekend, let's just say it's been good for some, terrible for others, and we're just gonna dive straight into it. Just gonna dive straight into that. Results this weekend of Prem. Cheeky little recap. Everton losing to Spurs 3-0. Bournemouth beat Forest 2-0. Villa beating City at home impressively 1-0. Arsenal win again at Palace. Wolves lose to Burnley at home 3-2. Brentford beating Liverpool 3-2. United getting a victory over Brighton 4-2. And Newcastle being Fulham 2-1. Chelsea losing at home to Sunderland. And Leeds getting a win on Friday night, I believe it was, against West Ham 2-1. To start, the promoted teams, I feel like we're talking about them every single week. But Leeds, Leeds, Burnley, and flipping Sunderland. I feel like these men are pulling up trees. I think all three of them getting wins this weekend. It's looking very difficult for like anyone else to get
Yeah.
out. Because last week we're talking about Wolves, and the situation there keeps getting worse every single week. This week losing against a relegation rival at home in the last minute. The situation there is looking really poor, and the manager I think he had like a scuffle with the fans at the end of the game. It's looking terrible. No wins all season. 2 points from 9 games is looking extremely bleak down there. Joshua, anything to add?
The moment where the fans start to turn against the players and the managers, that's when you know it's really bad. I honestly don't see how Wolves turn it around. Like even if in January, if you go get one or two players try to like freshen up the squad a bit, I think they've reached a point in which they are stale. And once you get that point in the Premier League, it's really difficult for you to bounce back. It's like similar to how Sunderland and Stoke City were around the like 2016, 2017, 2018 times, which you've
Yeah.
been in the Prem so long your team was gotten stale and boring, and at that point, you seem destined for the drop. Um, I'm really impressed with the newly promoted teams. The players for Burnley, all the new signings have really impressed. The players look like they're playing for the manager. You obviously know what Sunderland were able to do this weekend, unfortunately, what they've been able to do for the past season. Yeah, Sunderland are really impressive. Top four in the Premier League right now. You just have to hold up your hands and say, well done. And Leeds, even though I still think they will probably go down, they look good. Yeah.
They all got a flying start so far. Okay, anything to add?
Sunderland right now is on a fantastic form. I still believe that they'll probably this season they'll get into the top 10. Leeds, they looked a bit shaky this week, but then they still got that win. So I still feel that they won't get relegated this season. Wolves, on the other hand, oh my God, Wolves managed to escape relegation last season because Southampton was just so bad, bro. Like they were ever putting up a fight last season. They had the lowest amount of points from a relegation side. Um, so I think that this season is their time to get relegated. But for this sides that just entered the Premier League, I think that you're doing quite well. Putting up the fight, not letting the other teams think that it's going to be easy win. So yeah, that's how we went.
Yeah, good. I think actually after 2 whole years of Premier teams coming up and going straight back down, I think we deserve a year for OT stay up. To be fair, so I'm hoping Bradford get relegated. I'm just gonna put it out there. I think I'm hoping, and it doesn't look realistic right now, but I'm hoping Brentford get relegated so we can skip Brentford away the next season. But swiftly moving on, we'll just switch to Arsenal. Okay, just let us know what going because we know it's to digest right now what's going on because it's not looking like they're conceding at all. And
Nah, let me do the recap of Arsenal right now. So this week, yeah, I went to my uncle's house and he already had the Arsenal game on. He's a Chelsea fan, so yeah. So he was really like he sat down, he got food, and he was really waiting for Arsenal hate watch. And that whole match, we didn't get a goal, a shot on target. They counted that Nketiah header that didn't even touch, like it didn't even go near the post. They counted it as a target. So I know we're defensively solid, and I'm liking that. This was actually one of our poorest games, our poorest wins, because we only had like a few chances because Crystal Palace, man, they were really defending. So yeah, I really feel that if we go on, like if we really show them that we can attack, and Gyökeres, oh my god, he really put Gay here and Richards he really showed them that he could put in that work. If he continued like this, then yeah, I can say that it's our season. But right now, I'm just keeping quiet because it's just the Premier League just started, and yeah, anything can happen.
Thank you very much. Just what happened. It's tough right now when your club's struggling. But I'll switch to Joshua. I'm sure you can tell us a lot.
Wait, and the message to Liverpool and Chelsea is catch us if you can. Yeah.
Arsenal fans keep quiet, or you pissing me off. Now starting with Mukayo Smile, you support Liverpool, you got daddy by Brentford. You made Jordan Henderson look like Pirlo in the middle of the park. I don't want to hear another word.
Let's not forget who's behind the table. Let's not forget who's behind the table.
But Joshua,
tell us about Sunderland. Sunderland. You welcome Sunderland.
You're
Saturday,
going
2
to
o'clock
lose.
kickoff.
You're going to lose to Crystal Palace on Wednesday. I hope you know.
Chelsea, just do you want to talk about your club or do you want to talk about mine?
The loss on Saturday was so many things, bro. Firstly, the board of directors threw Maresca under the bus. We've been saying we need centre backs. I don't know why we are supposed to be a serious club that has Chaluba and Tosin Adarabioyo as our two starting centre backs. What the plan is, such a useless institution. And the manager, Maresca, don't let me get to you. We were all there. We saw Champions League. We saw Gittins and Stevar. We saw Messi and Neymar on one side. You, in your bald head, decide, yeah, I'm going to put Garnacho and Pedro Neto, the two most brain-dead moves I've ever seen in my entire life. Two of them have the combined IQ of 50. They cannot do anything. Just to run, do that facing, and nobody is deceiving, and then cross the ball to God knows where, bro. Man, I'm so sick of this club. And then the manager, Josh was our best defender. I have no idea why you subbed him off. I don't care if it's a child, bashy child label laws. Play the children, Jesus Christ.
What was Sunderland's performance like? Because I didn't catch it again.
They weren't even that good. That's the most annoying part. Like they had a lot of energy. They were really direct and dynamic. You could see them forgetting our centre backs because that was weakness, and they were obviously disciplined defensively, but they weren't that good. They weren't even good enough to get those 3 points. It was such a stupid game. They scored the most rubbish, easy, useless goals I've ever seen in my entire life.
I guess it's time for me to.
Yes, tell us all about how did Brentford play against you guys? All the details.
Okay, let me just. I want to preface by saying I think we weren't great at all, and I think first of all, let me just the first time I'm gonna say is Slot. Yeah, I'm getting a bit worried now. One game is a blip. Two is just a little bit. It's a bit bad form. 3 is what's going on. Before 4 is ridiculous. Anyhow, he makes it. This goes beyond here. We have to start asking questions because losing more than 4. This is Liverpool, bro. We're not. Yo, we're scrubs. Respectfully, we're scrubs. We can't be losing 5 games in a row. And I think, bro, the main problem is it seems to be like the same thing that's going on every game. Every game we turn up, we get bullied. We didn't win our deals. Silly mistakes at the back again. Today, Brentford, The first one is a poor mistake by Kirk. It's just falls asleep at the far post as he's been doing. So I don't know why Robertson would play midweek and then play that good and then get taken out of the team again for him against Bradford, which doesn't make sense to me. And then second goal, we lose the ball. One simple ball, a simple ball, Kanati falls asleep, Shardy's in, can't catch up, easy goal. The third goal, that's just, I think it's a bit of bad luck to be honest, because I'm not even sure that's a penalty, but there to be argued. But if you put yourself in that situation, then but this is at some point you are gonna concede the unlucky goals. The performance today, yeah. So Buzla, I'm sorry. On behalf of everyone at Liverpool Football Club, I'm so sorry. We've let you down. I take this as an apology, and I want you to know how truly sorry we all are for letting you down. Because right now it's supposed and Co. Every week we're turning up and we're getting outplayed, except for this guy. Salah today, not today, but Salah versus Brentford, stinker, stinky performance. And it's sad because this is my goat, man. This is my goat, and I don't want to talk about him like this, but we're gonna have to have uncomfortable conversations because I think last season we saw a lot of Scott allowing Salah to do whatever he wanted as long as he was able to provide in the final third. He was allowed to not track back as much, but that becomes a problem when defensively we don't look as good now. And we keep conceding in transition, and then you're sticking up attacking me. That little, whip cross into the box like he had last season that was working like 7 times out of 10. This season, it's not being the first man. And I think when your best player, I think Watson did so well last season, was he got the best out of his best players. Salah, he just platformed him perfectly to have an all-timer season. So when he's not playing. But I think that also does a bit of harm to him because when Salah is not playing well, it's a case of what can you do to fix the situation? And right now it looks like we keep making the same, mistakes over and over again. We turn up, we turn our way ground. We don't win our duels. They bully us and they score, and they score in the transition. Crystal Palace, this is the exact same game I've just described to you. So for me, it's really bleak. At some point, things have to change. I think Kaiser, at some point, he needs to play. The midfield setup, I thought Vert's midweek was really good on the right. And it might be a case of you have to play one of Vert or Salah right now. It's looking like that because we can't afford. I think the best midfield is Jones, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch when he's back. So that means you either don't play Vert or you play him on the right because Gakpo and Ekitike have to play. Those two have been our best attackers this season, so them two have to play. So it's a case of who plays with them. And right now, it's definitely looking like it has to. Right now, I think Vert has to play because let's be real, he's not getting better. So it's a case of we have to look towards the future. And I think Vert, when he gets going, we're gonna really see this guy. I think we're gonna see an all-timer, number 10. And I think it's crazy to say now, but I know I'll be proven right. But see, the evidence isn't there to back it up in the Prem right now, but he's gonna be the best 10 in the league. By end of next season, universally will be acknowledging this is the best number 10 in the league. I'm gonna put that out there now. They're not gonna say I jumped on a bandwagon. I'm gonna put it out there now. This is the best number 10 in the league. We just can't see it yet. We just can't see it yet. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're forgetting somebody.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not forgetting anybody. I'm taking everybody into account. I'm taking absolutely everybody into account. Vert will be the best in the league by next season.
There's this left-footed guy, 6'1". He's mixed. He plays for England. No. He might be just a tad bit better than your Euphoria Birds. I remember on his debut season, he got 40 plus goal contributions? And Birds still hasn't gotten off the mark.
I'm just gonna say this. Hey, Cole Palmer, we're talking about a player coming from the Bundesliga to the Premier. He's gonna need some time to adapt. And I'm just gonna tell you now, by the next season, we'll be saying Vert is the best 10 in the league. Undoubtedly. Simple as that.
It's simple. What league did Ekitike come from?
Not all players are the same. We can't expect every player to adapt to the same way. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, he's gonna be the best 10 in the league. By the next season, it will be universal. Like what we do in these teams, best player teams, team, whatever, and it'll be Vert has to be in the 10. So it's cool now. Enjoy your bands, enjoy the jigs, Ben 10, squirt, whatever. You know what? Enjoy yourself because by the end of next season, I promise you, he's gonna be the universally recognized as the best 10 in the league.
Bro
That's what I'm gonna
is
say.
bro is so delusional.
That's all I'm gonna say. Cool. Next up, yeah, let's switch to El Clasico. Any of you might catch the game.
Yeah, I did.
Thoughts?
Bellingham is the most lied about player I've ever seen. He is such a ridiculous unicorn of a footballer. He can do everything from the defensive side to progressing the ball in the field to making an impact in the final third. The little like touch he does to get the ball for the Mbappe assist, where he just gets free of his man, does a little shimmy and plays the perfect through ball in behind. Then they position it to be there for the goal. He was so amazing, and Camavinga as well. Camavinga off that right, he pocketed Rashford, didn't allow Rashford to get a sniff. And same for Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni was like a shield in front of the Real Madrid defense, didn't give up anything. And then Barca, especially when compared to when I watched them in their class called last season, they seem, I don't know the word is tired. They seem so lackluster. When they had the ball, they were losing. There wasn't any urgency in their play. Guys were jogging forward. It seemed all so disjointed and confused. Like the way I would have described Real Madrid last season is what I think when I was watching Barca in the Clasico today.
Yeah. That first goal on Jude Bellingham as an ad. If you have ever in your life said Jude Bellingham doesn't start for England, I
You
need you to
want
take a
to
very good look in the mirror and just take a good look and think about what you said, what you've done. Because if you've that first goal is, I think that's I was watching it and I was just thinking, yeah, he's clear. He's actually clear because the movement first of all to is actually created by Camavinga because Camavinga overlaps and he makes
yeah.
that run, so it gives him the space. Balde follows him. He makes the run as if he's like, gonna make the run beyond. Comes short, receives Pedri, does that little De Jong turn, spins him. The ball in behind is ridiculous. That ball in
Mhm.
behind because he doesn't do all of that and then have time. Like he as soon as he gets away from Pedri, he doesn't like take a couple seconds, look up, see the pass and then play. It's touch, turn, gets away from Pedri and immediately that pass is in behind. Perfectly weighted, perfectly timed, and it's just an Mbappe finish, incredible. Someone I wanted to highlight from that game. I know, yeah, there were a lot of good performances from Real Madrid. Tchouaméni, Camavinga, like you already touched on. But Vinny, yeah, I'm gonna give my boy his flowers because I thought he was incredible, and
Yeah,
he
he
got
was.
the pre-assist
But then I
for
don't get why he
third
was
goal.
so mad. He was good, but I don't get why he was so mad at being subbed off.
I
It was
think I
like,
think I think I'm gonna argue for Vinny here. I think he's justified. I don't think they treat him. I don't think Xabi Alonso is treating him right. That's a superstar. You don't bring
but
your best
he,
players. You don't bring your best players off in an El Clasico at 72 minutes. You
but they
don't.
were winning,
You don't.
and they
Regardless, you
need
don't.
him. It's literally just fluid management. Then he played on Wednesday as well, though. I don't know. Did he play with Juventus, didn't he?
Well, for me, in that sense, he's justified because Mbappe also played. Mbappe didn't come off. So if he's looking at Mbappe like, brother,
Mbappe's not
he's got.
coming off.
You can't
Mbappe's
treat.
not
Yo,
coming off.
let me just say this. Yeah, it might not be. I think it's fair to say it's not Vinny's team anymore. Like it's Mbappe's team, and Vinny's just
Yeah.
gonna have to fit himself around that. But for you to do that, you can't then start treating Vinny like he's just anyone else, brother. Don't be big. Rodrigo as well, yeah. He can just bake off because I don't know what he wants. I don't know what he wants in Madrid. Personally, yeah, he's just wasting his time because he's wasting everyone's time. Because why is Vinny coming up for Rodrigo? Because Real Madrid can't sell Rodrigo, and they can't not play him. So Rodrigo has to play, but he doesn't want to play off the right, and he's worse off the right anyway. So the only option is to put him on the bench and then swap him in for Vinny. Well, Vinny's
Yeah.
clearly better, so it's just a waste of time. I think it's just the whole Rodrigo situation has actually just messed up Vinny. I think
You
in the
should have alerted this so much,
with the new
definitely.
contract coming up as well, I think where the negotiation right now, I don't know all of it, but I think I don't know what this is, but I wouldn't be too shocked if he left in the next 2 years. I'll give it because right now I don't think you don't go from a guy that's gonna win a Ballon d'Or to being like, yeah, I'll just support Mbappe and that. I just think at some point that's gonna be something that's gonna need change. To be fair, but yeah,
I
that's just
hear
my
what,
take on it.
I hear what you're trying to say, but
Yeah. In Syria, I seen I didn't watch the full game, but I caught the Napoli versus Inter game. And
yeah,
Napoli,
didn't De Bruyne like tear his hamstring from the
yeah, it was
penalty?
Samsung taking the pen, and
That's dark. He's gonna be out for 4 months apparently.
it's yeah. But I don't know, Conte. Yeah, this guy is the most bipolar guy because in the Champions League in Europe, he looks like he
He
doesn't know what he's
can't
doing.
he can't coach Europe. I've never
But
seen
in
anything like it. He is such an elite league manager. But once it comes to Europe, it's like as if his brain just suddenly forgets how to coach.
you get me. And anyway, I thought Inter, to be fair, Napoli from what I saw, they look good. Um, I think Inter and Napoli probably that is they'll be the top two favorites for the league at
Yeah.
this point. Napoli are point clear of I believe it's Roma, but to be fair, when I look at that Roma team, I don't think they're gonna be there at the very end of the season with Napoli. So I think for me the only other squad that I think have the quality to really match them uh is Inter. Also, I think McTominay every week it seems this guy's popping up doing something ridiculous to just make United fans realize how good he really is. The volley he
And
hit against Inter,
he's
it's
always been
ridiculous
such a good
because
finisher, to be fair.
yeah, his inner box instincts are like quite good to be fair, and
Yeah.
he seems to
He's kind of similar to Bellingham with that. Like I
yeah
know not to the same standard, but I think maybe because it's just the way he is in Napoli, but in Napoli he's played really similar to what I think Jude does.
yeah
Especially last season where he was playing false nine, where Jude is playing false nine.
yeah. I can't switch to the Champions League right now unless it's your predictions because in the last week Bayern right now just look invincible as a whole. I haven't fully
Arsenal
been
wins with the Champions League. Arsenal win the Champions League. There's no way I don't see Arsenal not winning the Champions League. It's not possible.
I
Last
hear
season they last
I hear the
season if
argument, but
last season if they had a fully fit squad they'd have won. The only why they didn't even beat PSG is because Donnarumma went insane in that second leg, and then PSG had like two long range goals. Like objectively, like if you play that Arsenal PSG tie 10 times, Arsenal wins 7 out of 10 times.
unfortunately the Black League gets played twice really. But we'll just
No,
roll on.
well, it's the
I just
same thing
I
this
can't
season.
imagine a universe where Arsenal win the Champions League, and maybe that's just me
I know, but
being
I think
biased.
at
I just
this point
can't
we
imagine it.
might have to accept it.
Like for
Just
me,
can't score against
it just
them.
doesn't
It's not
sound real.
possible.
So as
They,
much
they, they
until
can't
it happens,
concede.
I'm not gonna accept the reality. So for
Oh,
me, it's between Real Madrid, Bayern, PSG, Arsenal, and for me, in them between
Can
them
I tell you
four,
something? Can I say something? Can I say something?
gone.
If if we genuinely can beat Bayern without conceding the goal, we're going to play them in November. If we can beat them comfortably, then there's no way you can tell us that we're not winning that Champions League. I'm Premier League. I have no idea, but Champions League. If we get into a good bracket, I'm so sorry. If we enter, if we enter, we are not going at the way Arsenal is playing right now. I don't think in a world that we do not win that thing, except maybe like we meet like um Real Madrid now, because Real Madrid now, Mbappe is something else. I'm so
I,
sorry.
I think Arsenal are more likely to lose us from the Premier League, Champions League. Like
Yeah.
if I could pick one,
The
like
Prem, nah, I disagree.
I think it's more likely that Haaland like carries City to the like Premier League, and like Arsenal, like let's say they have a few nil where they just can't break teams down, and then Man City just like oh crazy. But in the Champions League where you have penalties, you have extra time with the squad depth, I just can't see how Arsenal, especially when teams are going to try and play, like I can't imagine Bayern Munich or Real Madrid or Man City like sitting back with Arsenal And when you contemplate Arsenal, like what you'll be finished. Like I think it's so much more likely that Arsenal win the Champions League. Like
I had a point about they could like City could catch them. I don't think City in this right now. I don't think City look like they're ever going to be able to catch them. Just me being honest, because let's be honest.
once they start starting Chucky, things will be different. I don't
Yeah,
get
but
why the manager doesn't trust Chucky yet, but once he starts getting serious minutes and then he establishes that connection with Haaland, it's props.
yeah, to be fair, I think for City it's just a case of once you get Foden, you get Cherokee, you get Doku, you get they got the players to be able to. I think they've definitely got the players to be able to win it. To be honest, in terms of that attack,
Yeah.
I think they've definitely got the attack to be able to win it, and I think that might be where I think I'm
And
still
you know
asking the
City will
questions of
probably spend
Gyökeres.
City will
But
probably spend in January.
yeah, and I think there's definitely a case where no, but I don't think they'll spend to the point where how much who are they gonna bring? I hear, but is there
Maybe
really gonna be that much of a difference?
Schlotterbeck to shore up the defense.
Still, the best not going in January. We'll bring him in next summer. Replacement come out 2026. Come on. Anyway, regardless. Actually, in Champions League, I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna sound crazy, but don't count Liverpool out. Don't count us out. It's a long season. PSG last year. I just want to remind everyone. PSG last year nearly got knocked out, and they won the
PSG
thing.
nearly
So
PSG
just
nearly
remember,
PSG nearly
remember,
got knocked out by everybody.
yeah, cool. And I think in that same way, right now we're having a poor season, but the Champions League is a long road. I think this new format it shows that you can
Uh,
kind of not you can kind of be poor at the start of the season and still sort of pick it up towards the latter stage of the season. And for me, I'm just looking at it thinking, right now, cool, we haven't got the attack sorted. It's not sorted at all. Defense not really sorted as well. But let's not forget, these guys were Prem champions 2 months ago. So let's not act like all of a sudden these aren't caliber. This isn't a caliber of players that can win Champions League. Because let's be real, last season, if on a it went to penalties against PSG on a different day, we win that penalty shootout, and I think we're doing the Champions League. That's a hypothetical, but regardless,
you're don't
I
beat
think the,
Arsenal.
the,
You
the tools
guys
are
wouldn't
there.
have
The
beat
tools are
Arsenal.
there. The tools are there to win the Champions League.
You guys
The
wouldn't have
tools
beat
are there.
Arsenal over 2 legs. You guys wouldn't have beat Arsenal over 2 legs.
I promise you, we would have. I don't think Arsenal are
Yeah.
gonna. They wouldn't win at Anfield. I'll tell you that. And we would have got a point. I think we'd have beat them at Anfield, and we would have got a point away because in this.
You would have been you would have gone to Anfield and seen the most haram low block you've ever seen in your life.
Regardless,
They would have played Marin on top, Rice as their right winger, Zinchenko as their left winger. They will manufacture DMs to play. Like, you will just
I
not
don't. I,
see.
I don't care. Regardless, I think we would have beat them at Anfield. At Anfield last season, one way or another, if we played them, we would have beat them. And Real Madrid last
You
season,
didn't even beat Arsenal in the league last season, and you played
last
them
season we didn't beat
twice.
them. We didn't beat them in the league because
And they
first of
had
all,
and
away leg, away leg. We're talking about Anfield. We're talking about Anfield.
oh,
Away
oh,
leg. At the home leg, I mean, when we played at home, season was already wrapped up, and we drew 2-2. Home leg, we drew what it was what 2-2 away, 2-2 away. So if you're looking at that, that does fit exactly what I'm saying because away we got a point, and at home we would have beat them. So that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't a dead rubber game, I think we would have beat them. So that's just my point. I think we could still win it. But
Well, I think
right
just
now, right
well, I
now,
think
I'd have Real Madrid. I'd have Real Madrid to be honest, because I think Xabi Alonso he's gonna stabilize the defense and that defensive aspect. When you have the players that they have that can turn it around, Mbappe needs his Champions League. He needs his Ballon d'Or. This is his year. At 26, time's ticking. We need him. He needs to get his Ballon d'Or for all-time conference. So for me, he definitely has to. I think Mbappe will be hungry to get his. He'll be able to get his share of what he deserves and what he's earned so far. Because I think last year he had good performances, but the team wasn't quite good. And when you look at the team being a bit more stable now, with a bit of luck with injuries, I think definitely they could win it. So yeah, that's my take. I'm going Real Madrid. But I think Liverpool could surprise a lot of us. We could be sat here in May and Liverpool are Champions League winners. But regardless, and just for switch it to you.
you know,
I'll switch it to you.
which
Champions League
team?
predictions.
Which team do I think is going to win?
Yeah. Yeah, don't go Arsenal.
I don't think Arsenal. Like, I think Arsenal will be really difficult to beat. I think they might be in the final, depending on who they're on. But then it's Arsenal. I'm not going to predict Arsenal to win the Champions League. That's not happening. But
Yeah,
then,
I don't think that's gonna happen in my lifetime. I don't think that I
uh,
couldn't imagine it happening in my lifetime at least. Maybe
see,
after it's possible, but
Liverpool, not really. City, I don't see it. I'm not really. I don't like where Barca are right now. Barca right now convince me.
can we touch on Barca
Maybe,
for a second, please?
maybe Bayern when Musiala's back. I don't know.
We'll be back
But
soon,
like
actually.
Real Madrid again, they like just I can't see how Arsenal don't win it. Like maybe Chelsea, like if everybody's back fit, like I think Chelsea
Terrible
could.
take. What a terrible take.
I'm not even joking. When everybody back fit, like you saw at the Club World Cup, with our full squad, we can play anybody. Actually, PSG probably go back to back. That's my prediction. PSG back to back.
Only thing with PSG is I think just with the number of games teams play in a season, I feel like we always expect that whoever wins it 1 year when they win it convincingly to win it the next year. Like 1920 Bayern, everyone expected them to win the next year. 2021, they didn't. Uh, Chelsea, no, I don't think anyone expected Chelsea to win it the year after. But City, we expected them to win it the year after. Real Madrid, we expected them to win the year after, and they didn't. So for me, I just say it's like I think it will be very difficult for them to win it back to back. But I think right now they've got a lot of injuries.
I think they are the best team, like, objectively. They are the one team which I can see beating Arsenal. Because my problem, who do I think can beat Arsenal? And look at it, PSG is the only team that I can see, yeah, PSG can beat Arsenal. Or maybe Barcelona when they're fit and firing, but I don't like where Barcelona is. If this was Barcelona last season, I'd say, yeah, they beat Arsenal and they win the Champions League. But I don't like how they're looking right now, so I wouldn't say them. They probably will get better towards the stretch, but right now I'm trying to be safe for that. So I think PSG are the team that I see them beating everybody. PSG probably.
Okay.
Well, again, it depends on matchups. Because I think if PSG and Real Madrid play, PSG is like the kind of opponent that would suit Real Madrid. So I do think Real Madrid would probably beat PSG. But then I also think Real Madrid wouldn't beat Arsenal, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. It will depend on luck to be fair. So it's kind of it's kind of out
Mm,
of imagination to try and predict a winner. But regardless. Okay.
mm. Um, in my defense, I don't know. I see us having a better chance of winning the Champions League than winning the Premier League. That's just me. It depends on the brackets, but yeah, that's also honestly where I see because a 5 point gap could just turn into us being third place after like you've literally seen it from Liverpool. Like
Yeah.
like it, to be fair, it was the beginning of the season, so you saw it from Liverpool. They were winning with like how many points? 6 points, and now they're third. So the Premier League, anything can basically happen. It just depends on how you bring it out. But the Champions League right now, if you, it's just it just needs you just need one game. If you can win in one game out of the two legs and just decide to park with our defense, I see us winning it because yeah, we're just unbelievable. Like 10 clean sheets in how many games? Like, and that's really half of how many we got last season. And the season just started. Yeah, wrap this up, man. Wrap this up. Like even Atletico's game, when I when I genuinely thought that it was going to be the most vile game I've ever watched. Like I thought it would be like 3-2, or like we'll win three and they'll score two. But then I now remember that it's not Liverpool, it's Arsenal. Like we're a different type of we
Let's
have
not
the
don't drag back up into this because let's not do it right now. Let's not do it right now.
okay. But I was expecting a different outcome apart from 4 goals. 4 different goals we could have turned into, and Atletico could even have a shot on target, which made everything even more like better. So I see us actually winning something sensible this season. But I wouldn't call it too early because I realized that now that you man that root for Arsenal when we now actually like full of you guys will put so much faith in us so that when we actually don't deliver, you're like, we've bottled this again.
Well, you go back,
It's
man. You go back into the level. You go back yourself to the level. Phase
like
phase 7. MCU.
you can say
I said,
that,
wait,
but I don't like you see. I'm so sorry, but Liverpool last season. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it again. You guys would you the only reason you guys actually won that league is due to you guys didn't have any injuries at all. Last
I
season,
disagree. I'm going to disagree with that one, heavy. Heavy, I disagree.
oh my god, last season
Regardless of injuries
your
or
team was
anything,
the team with the least amount of injuries. Every Arsenal,
regardless of
Arsenal
injuries,
every week we had. Oh yeah, you talk, you
if you
talk.
have a player who's going to put up 47 GA in a league season, you're going to win the league.
Oh my
Reg-
god.
So whether or not last year our defense was, if you have a good defense, good midfield, and your attack is firing, and you got one the best attack in the league, you're going to win the league. Regardless of whether Arsenal had put pressure on us, we were clear. Like you guys fell off. Like regardless, ladies, gentlemen, episode 2, Football Chronicles. We had some interesting discussions, some poor predictions, but that was episode 2. Make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, peace.